Okay, Islam. So right now, I'm still like slightly feeling slightly sharp pains as I walk, and I'm trying to purchase. What you hear are children talking. I'm still at Whole Foods in Annapolis, Maryland. Also, I want to tell you, Dwayne, Beye, you know, Imani Gray-Bey and I, we don't know anyone personally here. Okay, we don't know anyone personally here. We have not indicated we want to get to know anyone personally. So I told you there's people constantly around the room talking, or outside the room talking. As a Hebrew Muslim, Moorish American, we know. So we know we're among a telepathic community. So right now, and we know that in Annapolis, Maryland, there's the Army base. Because some people, they might have to send sharp pains in order to keep from them not breaking down and having sharp pain sent to them. And that is definitely a slave. That's not free, that's slave. So what I've seen is, what I've noticed is possibly they have created a society of slaves. A society of slaves who cause harm and they have no idea why they're doing it. Let's see. This morning, someone sent a text. Okay, I was reading it. Okay, it must be a game for Imani. I was just making sure because it's a game. Imani does play the game because this guy came in the Burger King. He looked Spanish, but I'm not sure what he was. He was brown skinned, and he actually was saying that he was my son Imani Gray-Bey's best friend. This is just maybe 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Here in Annapolis. I like Imani doesn't have a best friend here. And then I asked Imani, and I put it. We did a video, Dwayne Beye, and Imani was like, "No, I don't know anyone like that. No, I don't. I never." The guy just straight up lied and said that Imani caught a ride with him. He sketched with him. It's sort of like a Muslim saying, "I seen that woman at the mosque," okay, or the Navy saying, "Yes, your son wanted to join the Navy or the Army." So I was so surprised, and so what I did was I had to do a video and getting money to recognize, to give a testimony about what the person lied about, because you can have those that are unstable, radicals. They could be a radical Christian, a radical Muslim, or those that practice Islam in a threatening way. And what happens is, if they do something radical, and 9 times out of 10, these are people that are not in a constitutional fold, so they don't respect the laws of freedom. So if they're not in a constitutional fold, then they are vulnerable. They are vulnerable to be used as terrorists, spiritual terrorists and physical terrorists. Okay, spiritual and mental terrorists and physical terrorists, because they don't value liberty and the laws of freedom. So they're vulnerable to be used, and plus they have the telepathic code. So I had to, what I did was told Imani, and Imani was like, "Mom, I don't know that guy." And I knew he didn't know him, because we definitely made sure that we keep to ourselves as much as possible, because we know possibly 9 times out of 10 masses of people here with this telepathic code are not in the constitutional fold. They have accepted privileges instead of rights. Okay, so if they're not in the constitutional fold and they're not recognizing the Constitution lawfully, then they are vulnerable to be used as terrorists, mentally, spiritually, and also physically. So and by them sending sharp pains forcefully, that is a form of terrorism. It makes the hospitals happy, but it does not make the person that's experiencing these sharp pains who is exercising, trying to eat healthy, and maintain mental health happy. So because that could be done, someone can easily say your son tried to sign up for the Army and the Navy. You know, and Imani never tried to sign up for the Army and the Navy. I made sure Imani did a testimony about that. And in that, understanding that there are those who imply to be, which I'm learning, to be in the Army, the Navy, but they haven't taken an oath of, or affirmed to uphold the Constitution, Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, and the 13th Amendment 20 sections. So they too are operating under a foreign jurisdiction. So it's important for us to maintain and stand on what we have taken, what we have affirmed to do as Moorish Americans. That's one of the reasons why President Abraham Lincoln put a check on the Navy and the Army, possibly because they knew that they had the ability to abuse their power and not uphold the Constitution, the proclamations, and these divine laws of freedom. Okay, so I must go. I'm going to probably text some other Moorish Americans tonight. And anyway, I just want to say Islam and good afternoon, Dwayne Beye.